Oh, hey guys. I'm live. My voice actually sounds okay this morning. Um, oh, nice, nice. I did read something about that. You were saying you were getting a new monitor. Congratulations. I hope it's awesome. I hope it's an awesome monitor. Yeah. Now, uh, this is a this is a stream. Yeah. Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome me back. I haven't been here in weeks. Feels like I haven't streamed in so long. Yeah, yeah, you are the one who watches this on mobile. Oh, you got an ad? Oh, damn. Yeah. I do have the ads on, but I only have them on for the very start of the stream. I YouTube's like, let us put ads in the stream for you, and I'm like, no. Once you're in the stream, you're in the stream. No freaking ads blocking your way. Uh I'd rather why does YouTube thinks that I'm not even streaming? It says no data. There it is, excellent collection. That's better. You should be happy. You shall be happy. I basically gave you money. Thank you. Yeah. There clearly was data. Exactly. Sorry, apologies for my coughing and stuff. My voice is still not super recovered yet. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Steam. This monitor is 32 inches and it's dead ass a TV for referral. Oh. Oh, I see, I see. Ugh. You didn't lie. 1 minute after 9 p.m. Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's just it. I like looked it up. I typed it in. I was like 8 a.m. in New Zealand daylight time in Prague. I was like, what's the time in Prague? And it came up with 9 p.m. So, uh, good thing it's 1440p because on 1080p it's like blurry. Right. Yes. This monitor that I use is also 1440. It's 2K. Um, which is really cool. I like 2K. It's good. Good size for where I sit. I sit a little bit further back than a usual desktop nowadays. Um, anyone not being used to my father is old and dusty and probably sold it in a box. Yeah, I'm like half an hour from. Right. Yeah, I just assumed like Czech probably has just one time zone, so I just used Prague because it's the capital. You need a new disk. Yeah. Ah. Shipping's £40. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, because I have three monitors, I needed a massive desk to fit it all, and have my PC on the desk. So this I was lucky to get this desk. It was a second-hand desk. Yeah. Yeah. It's like if you're looking for if you're looking for time in New Zealand, you either look for time in Auckland or time in Wellington. Wellington's our capital, but Auckland is where everyone lives. Yeah. This one, like I can almost it's this desk is almost my arm span. It's nearly it's like a meter 70 across. So it's a huge desk. It's so good. It's so nice. Uh oh. You're like, screw it. I've done enough study for bio. Yeah, it's like that was me during my exam weeks in some of my final stuff. It's like I would try and study, but nothing was getting added to my head. There was nothing new. No new information was getting up here. So I'd be just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'll get I'll get whatever score I'm gonna be getting. Um. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 140 by 40 by 60. That's good. That's good. Yeah, this one's also fairly deep, but I don't know what the depth is off the top of my head. Uh, yeah. I just supposed to learn at school. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Having to study at home is sucks. It's a piece of like that same idea that's like you don't have enough time at school to learn everything, and it's like, well, do better. Teach better. Yeah. But anyway, I will put little I'll put timestamps in the stream for people who want to just get straight to me talking about things. So what I this stream was the stream was originally going to be a short, but I was like, I don't know if I can communicate everything I want to communicate in a short, and I didn't want to have to make a video, so I just thought, oh, let's stream this. Let's do it live. So, for anyone watching live or after the fact, I'm on the Minecraft Live website because, as we probably all know, there's a Minecraft Live mob vote coming up. The 2023 mob vote is coming up, and in this mob vote, we have a few options to choose from. Newest subscribers, yeah, Bray Wyatt. Yeah. I got Getter on Pro Yellow 3s. Oh, right. Yes, you were talking about this a while ago, your switches. Yeah. I remember I looked for when I got this keyboard, I tried to look for quiet switches, but they were not quiet. Yeah, down here there's Bray Wyatt. Only subscribers who publicly announce their subscriptions will show up in that list. So I've had a lot of new subscribers. Weirdly, while I've not been doing anything, I've been gaining a bunch of subscribers, but like they don't show up down there. They don't show up over there. Yeah, you're running crab. Yeah, I need me a crab named Frank. Yes, yes. You did in Minecraft? Ah. Probably from Kettle Liquid playlist. Ah, yeah, I see, I see. Yeah. You're playing Garden Warfare? I've never played that. It looks good, though. It looks cool. But yeah, so, I want to go through all this. Let's watch all the videos for all the mobs. So, we start off with the crab. The first one they announced was the crab.
Look! There's something on that beach over there. Could it be a new mob?
Maybe it can help
Oh,
us
your
get
membership might
found
have
and
run
lost.
out. Yeah.
We're not lost. We're following my super secret shortcut.
Let's see who gets to live first!
Oh, Tiny Woo has found a crab. One of the new mobs that wants to join Minecraft.
For the longest
It
time, I
lives
didn't know
in
what his
mangrove
name was.
swamps, like this
Boo.
one.
The crab's
Tiny
claw
Boo.
is very handy for players that like
But
building.
I looked it up and found out.
Yes, because crab claws allow players to place blocks further away.
This is clawsome! To Minecraft Live!
Do you want the crab to become Minecraft's new mob? Voting opens on October 13th at 1 p.m.
That's gonna be
Eastern
played with
Daylight
Scream
Time,
Fortress?
and you'll
Right.
have 48 hours to cast your vote.
I haven't played Scream Fortress in ages. Yeah. So, first option for voting was the crab. The crab. It is, as you would expect, a small crustacean that lives in the mangrove swamps. As someone who lives in New Zealand, and someone who lives in Auckland, New Zealand, I'm quite familiar with crabs in mangrove swamps. Living in a city that essentially is one giant mangrove swamp, as soon as you're out of, like, as soon as you're not in the regular, like, city parts, especially where I live, like, not, like, a kilometer that way is a mangrove swamp. And for bio, as part of my bio class, we had to go to a mangrove swamp and do bio stuff there. literally like in the mud, in the fucking like squelching thick mud. Must like Garden Warfare 2. It was on Xbox One. It's probably Dusty and Solder in a box. Right, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I've seen pictures and stuff of the Garden Warfare games, but if I recall, either the first game was not on a console I owned, or something like there was some reason I couldn't play it. Because I love Plants vs Zombies. So, yeah. Okay, but how does my Dusty ass PS3 Slim, older than time itself, run GTA 5 without a single bit of lag in the whole game? Wow. Damn. God, I haven't even tried GTA 5 on my slim PS3. I played it on my original fat PS3, but my fat PS3 died playing Dark Souls. Yeah, yeah. Plants vs Zombies, the class-based shooter, basically. Yeah. So yeah, the crab, it's cute. I love it. I love crabs. I love the way they wave at you in the trailer. I don't know if they'll do that in the game. That's just what they showed in the trailer. The being able to place blocks at a further distance would be awesome, because I just finished a mega build in the realm not long ago, and there was several times throughout that build where I was like, ugh, having to like fall down, hurt myself so I could reach the floor and place blocks below myself. Like I built like a frame, and then I'm like building the blocks below myself as I'm going, but like I have to hop down, build up, hop down, build up, hop down, or do the more sensible thing of going like this. But yeah, there was just a lot of times I was like, I would really love to be able to place blocks a little further. Right, yeah, I think I'll get onto the what's going on in the background, well, seemingly what's going on in the background, in a minute. But yeah, so crabs again for me. I love crabs. I'm like personally attached to like crabs in mangrove swamps. Literally, my bio project was how many when when the water is down and you can actually get into the mangrove swamp. There are like you just see thousands of tiny holes around where the mangrove little stems shoot up. Mangrove stems, they like because they're so water laden plants, because they like literally live in a salt water like area where the water rises up. They live in like lowland salt water. Um, they have these little like roots that stick up out of the ground to try and get extra oxygen and things like that, while the water is low. There's an interesting correlation between distance from one of these little propagule or one of these little like running roots and all the crab holes around it. So we did a study on like concentration of crab holes around the root. I forget what the hell they're called, the rising root things. And then also the mangrove trees themselves. It was we did an interesting study on that. Got us an excellence or an A plus, essentially. The PS3 Slim is my only console, so I don't have much of a choice. I liked the PS3 a lot. PS3 was my last favorite console. I'm a PlayStation dude. I love PS1 and PS2. And PS3 was also, in my opinion, really cool. Had a lot of cool games on it. And I just haven't been interested as much in PS4 or PS5. Anyway, Mangrove Crab with his cool placing blocks arm. I love it. Really cool mob idea. So, what's mob number 2? What did they
I
announce?
don't remember this being here.
Are you sure this is a shortcut to Minecraft Live?
Absolutely. I'll prove it. Huh? Oh. This is the armadillo, one of the mobs that wants to join Minecraft. It lives in warm places, like this savanna biome. The armadillo drops scute, which can be used to craft armor for your wolf. This will give your favorite four-legged friend some extra defense against hostile mobs. I am not lost, but do you know the way to Minecraft Live?
Do you want the armadillo to join Minecraft? Voting opens on October 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and you'll have 48 hours to cast your vote.
So yeah, second mob, armadillo. Armadillo's very cute. I do love it's basically like from my perspective, it's like the Shulker 2.0 or Shulker 1.5 or something like that. It's like the diet Shulker, where it's like a real world animal, but it also turns into a block, and it just sits there and doesn't take much damage when you get hit. Shield puppy, yeah, basically, yeah. And seemingly you can, perhaps without being able to kill it, like without even needing to kill it, they drop their little scoots, they drop their little shell pieces, and yeah, so the armadillo spawns in like savannas and other potentially other hot biomes, so probably a little bit more common than the crab. It balls itself up to defend itself, and other than that, and being, you know, a cute ball of armor, it drops its scutes, which can be turned into dog armor. And now, when people hear dog armor, people like lose their shit. People are like, oh my god, dog armor! Ah! So, you know, quite a lot of people are interested in the armadillo. The armadillo seems to be the one that's likely to win, but it's pretty torn for a bunch of different communities. It's pretty torn between the crab and the armadillo. My only problem with the armadillo is that the penguin is speedboat. My problem with both of the mobs so far. Oh, hey Tiana, we're just ranting about the mob vote. My voice hasn't fully recovered, but we were just having a chat, a little bit of a rant about my opinion on the mob vote. But yeah, now that we've shared two of the mobs, I'll give some examples of some of the things that I would say are the problems with the mob so far. With the crab, we don't know how far the reach of the block placement thingy is going to be. We don't know how effective it's going to be. If it's going to only increase your range by a very small amount, then it might not feel worthwhile. It might not feel, you might want to be holding a totem rather than a crab claw in your offhand. Running to bed. Be in bed, yeah. Need to be sleeping. That's fair. Yeah, if you have to go, I understand. If so, have a good night. Yeah, and same with the armadillo and the scutes and the dog armor. We don't know how effective the dog armor is actually going to be. The idea is that, finally we get dog armor, so people are going to take their dogs out to play and to run and fight and join them in their adventures, right? But most people understand that the dog AI is not super smart. The dog will still just sit there in lava if he falls in lava and not do anything about trying to get out. And so, how effective is dog armor gonna be? They're probably not gonna make dog armor like, suddenly your dog is immune to attacks. It's not gonna become this like, it's not gonna become like the Iron Golem. It's gonna have a small increment in its overall defense. So, will it actually solve the problem of people not taking their dogs out? Is it actually worthwhile in the long run to have what is probably going to be a single form of dog armor. Who knows? I don't think that they would add a whole tier of dog armor. And if they did, that'd be really cool, but I doubt it, you know? Wait, what's that? I can't even see what it is. It won't tell me. Yeah. What emoji is that? Damn YouTube not telling me. Wait, is it good movie? Good film? Days and a good day/night. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So those are some of the goods and some of the bads. Now we got the final vote option. The penguin.
Tiny Jens, are you coming back? We better get going because I'm not missing the mob vote. Let's just hope the new mobs aren't hostile.
There's something to note is that none of the mobs are hostile.
Where was that? Wait!
At least
those
seemingly
are
not.
penguins! Look, there's even a baby. Penguins live in the Stony Shore biome and they're super friendly, so don't be scared if they come up to say hello. Penguins are a bit clumsy on land, but they are elegant swimmers. Penguins can also help your boat travel faster, which I could definitely use right now. Excuse me, penguins. Do you think you could help me get to Minecraft Live in time for the mob vote?
Do you want the penguin to join Minecraft? Voting opens on October 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and you'll have 48 hours to cast your vote.
Yeah. So then we have the penguin. Penguin, adorable swimming mob, shows up in the Stony Shores. So once again, this is like semi-rare. Probably if you count the rareness of the three, the crab's probably the rarest mob of the three. Penguin, the next penguin, and then armadillo. Armadillo probably end up being the most common of the three mobs that you'd find. Yeah, the penguins. I don't know if it's like some weird bias. I love the penguins. I love the way they're depicted. I love that they're clumsy and that they fall off stuff. That's really funny. And like they specifically pointed out that they have baby penguins and that the baby penguins will be really cute. As someone who played Subnautica Below Zero and loves penguins in that game, there's the little penguins that have the mouth head, which is very creepy. But overall, they're so cute. I love the penguins in Subnautica Below Zero. Oh, hey, Nathan. Just asking so I know if I won't fall asleep. How long do you think the stream is going to be? The stream's not going to be long. It's probably only going to be an hour at most. I'm not planning to stream for very long because you can hear my voice. I can't really do this for very long. Good English is my last class. Yeah. For some people, unfortunately, you're still at school now during the start of the stream. Abandoned ship starts playing it. Yeah. So yeah, I love penguins. Just in terms of like the animal choice of these, I love penguins. I think penguins are super cute. These look like rockhopper penguins. I think that's what they're called. Rockhopper penguin. Yeah. I was right. The rockhopper penguins with the little yellow tufts of hair. Which, if I'm not mistaken, are they? They're all. I'm just curious. I think we get these in New Zealand. Habitat. Okay, they seem to be all over the. I think they're all over the southern hemisphere, so they're not unique to here, but we have them here. But yeah, penguins, love penguins a lot. Um, into and the way they behave, if that is going to be the way they behave in the game, I love the way they behave. I love their clumsiness. I love that they trip over and stuff. But then their usage, their usefulness comes from them making your boats faster. Now, that is incredibly vague the way they've put it. Make your boat faster. I think they've intentionally made it vague because they don't actually know how they want to implement it yet. If it means that, like, if you're in a boat and you're near a penguin, like, if it works like Dolphin's Grace, that would probably be great. That would probably actually be a really cool addition. Because if it means that just being in a boat near a penguin makes it so that you boat, like, way faster, that's a huge boon because boating has been slow and painful for a long time. Oh god, I hit my Wi-Fi. The stream lagged and it made you say, I love pigs. Oh my god. I love pigs. Um, yeah. The if it works like Dolphin's Grace, where you just have to be near them when it went to make it work, and therefore could just have penguins lining an ice path and speed up your boat, that would make it the fastest method of travel in the game. Because currently, I believe the fastest method of travel in the whole game is a boat on ice, on blue ice specifically. So if having a penguin near you, like Dolphin's Grace, makes it so that you boat move faster, that would make it the fastest form of travel in the game. However, it's probably more likely that you have to be in the water with a penguin for it to work. So it's probably not going to be it's not going to make it's not going to become the fastest form of travel. That doesn't make it not it doesn't make it useless, but it does reduce people's excitement for it. If it makes the boat faster in water, I still think that's a great addition because currently, as I said, boats are kind of painfully slow. Like a lot of forms of travel. Like once you get into Elytra, no one uses boats anymore, What's the point in using a boat? It's so slow. And if the penguin has to be in the boat, that might also be good because you can use it outside of water and still get speed boosts. If the penguin has to be in the boat, that's adorable. But I think probably most likely implementation will be the boat has to be in the water and the penguin has to be swimming alongside the boat. I think if chat fast is with the charm that makes you go fast on soul soil. Right, yes, I have heard that is really fast. But I believe I think I've seen much more knowledgeable Minecraft YouTubers say that a boat on blue ice is still the fastest. But I could be mistaken. And they could be mistaken, and therefore make me mistaken. Because I have heard that too. I have heard that method of travel is really fast. Because, yeah, Dolphin's Grace makes you so fast. And that's why I'm kind of still, with the penguin on this one, I like things that make you faster in specific contexts. So I'd still be pretty happy with the penguin if it just made you faster in a boat in water. I would still, as someone who has gone out of my way to build tubes of liquid, water tubes leading everywhere with dolphins lining them, I'm still okay with the idea of having penguins lining a space that for speed travel. I like that idea. I still think it's really neat. So, as you might be able to tell, I'm leaning towards one of the three mobs, but I like all three. I like all three mobs for this particular mob vote. Now, to approach the problem that I think that the mob vote has. So, uh, I think it was finished because I forgot to type that in the previous comment, but I didn't get it. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. So, lots of people are very over the years with the mob votes. You know, there's usually a couple of mobs. It's at least usually two mobs in the mob vote that people really want, and I think this year in particular, I think all three are really cool. And when that happens, when you have a mob that's a clear winner and a mob that's like, or when you have two mobs that are like really, really hyped or really, really, people are really, really excited about at least two of the mobs, you get a lot of people who, you know, who will become very, very intense and, I think all are really cool. But no, I actually do. See, I'm one of those people who leans towards the, I start leaning towards the, why can't we just have all of them? I love all three of these mobs. I would be really, really excited for all three of these mobs to be added to Minecraft. But I understand, like, people say that. People are like, why don't they just add all three? Anyway, what I was gonna say before is like, when one wins, the people who supported the ones that lost, $20 $20. When people support like are really behind one of the mobs and it loses, that makes them incredibly salty because they voted for something that didn't win. They voted for the losing one of the losing mobs. And meanwhile, all the people who wanted the other mob, they're gloating about. Well, they maybe not gloating, but they're excited about their mob. A lot of people are miffed, and it creates it. Unfortunately, the excitement for the people who won the mob vote usually isn't as loud or as intense as the sadness or loss that comes from the people whose mob lost. So a lot of the mob votes, the reason that I think the reason that the mob votes are getting more and more like negative overall. There's like this like swell of like negativity around the mob votes. Yeah, the negativity that swells around the mob votes is because of those, well, let's just say that there is that it exists. So there's quite a groundswell or like an undercurrent of people being mad at the mob vote. Yeah, screaming to boycott it. Talking about losses. Today's video sponsor is Rage. Oh my god! Imagine. At first I was gonna say I wish, but actually I wouldn't take a Rage Shadow Legends sponsor. I hate that particular sponsor. I mean, depends on how much money they offer me. Sell out Rorius. One second, I'm gonna take a drink. So, yeah. Um, see, in my honest opinion, wait, no, actually, I'll come to what I think the major problem is. Oh, hey Bender, welcome to the stream. Sorry, my voice is still a little under the weather, but I just wanted to talk about Minecraft for a bit. See, there are plenty of people who are like, oh, boycott the Minecraft vote. Again, I think, and then there are people who are like, just add all three of the mobs, and the developers have returned that sentiment with that idea. Well, it's like, well, the reason that it seems like, there's the idea that Mojang does nothing all year, and they add one mob. Spend like weeks or months adding a single mob. Meanwhile, a mod developer adds like an entire like colony worth of animals in like 3 weeks. Wait, it's no, I don't have 3 times, but I've definitely gained a bunch of subscribers while I've been away. It's weird. I haven't been uploading anything, or very little, and I've been gaining a bunch of subscribers. It's very strange. Um, but no. So the crux of the stream, what I should do, what I should probably discuss now, because I think some of these discussions are getting a little bit too vague without me explaining what I think the problem, the actual problem with the mob vote is. I think all of the problems the mob vote has stems from the fact that, at least in the past, it doesn't say anything on this particular mob vote, but traditionally speaking, only the winning mob gets added to Minecraft. And all the other mobs, the mobs that lose, they just get cast out into the void and forgotten about forever. I hate that. I hope it won't be the same problem as Glow Squid. I hope it will be like Minecraft Live. Right, yeah. That's just it. It's like, I hope that people vote for what they actually want, rather than like a meme vote. Because the Glow Squid was not... the Glow Squid should not have won that previous vote. I don't think. Then again, the Glow Squid was advertised as being more than it was, which is the concern about this. People see these 3 mobs, they hear what their use is, and they imagine they imagine what the uses could be, and they assume like the best, like the crab claw. I've seen a lot of people mistakenly think that the crab claw is going to allow them to break blocks from a larger distance, which is not the case. The crab claw only lets you place blocks at a greater distance. Neuron activation. From the Futurama series, yeah. Bender's check. Yeah. But yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, the crab claw only lets you place blocks at a greater distance. I have seen people talk about how it's like, oh, you can only, like in Java and in Bedrock Edition, the block breaking and placing distance is different. In Bedrock, you can break and place blocks at a greater distance than in Java. This crab claw isn't going to make you be able to break blocks at any further distance than normal. It only lets you place blocks at a greater distance. So it is only useful when you're building. There's no use outside of reaching further blocks and placing blocks at a greater distance. The armadillo dog armor, we know nothing about the dog armor really. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know how effective it's going to be. We don't know if there's going to be one of them or if there's going to be a whole set of them. See you, Bender. Have a nice day. Yeah, you too. With the penguin, we don't know how the boating is going to work. We don't know if it's going to make the boat, we don't know what the context of the boat is. But that's because they don't know. Mojang haven't decided those things yet. That's the thing. It's like, if you look back, the original mob vote, they were literally sketches. They literally sketched mobs onto a piece of paper, and they were voting on sketches. We didn't even know the color of the mob back then. There's this whole meme about voting for the blue mob and don't vote for the blue mob. The only mob that we knew was blue when we voted for it was the glow squid. Every other mob vote has not been blue. The phantom became like purpley blue, But there was a period of time where the Phantom was not blue. He was more of like a fleshy color because he was originally going to be in the Nether. The Phantom was not a blue mob at the time. When we all voted, when people voted, I didn't vote. When people voted for the Phantom, it was not the blue mob. The Glow Squid was the blue mob of that particular vote. The next vote was the LA. No, the LA is also the blue mob, to be fair. But also, it has to be said, when the Glow Squid was voted for, one of the other options was the Isolager, I think it was, which also was blue. Burn the Phantom to the depths of hell. Yeah, the Phantom was one of those. The Phantom was the first big mistake. Like, the Phantom was depicted. The problem is that the Phantom was depicted as a kind of like a boss. It was depicted as like this big scary thing in the sky that you're gonna have to deal with. And at the time, I don't even at the time. The only was there any flying mobs at all? There was the Blaze, I suppose, but the way it was depicted is it yeah it the way it was depicted was misleading. Oh, I forgot to take my medicine. It was the biggest mistake of my birth. No, 1 second. Well, yeah. The way it was depicted was kind of like sounded like a boss, and people were excited for this like big bad. But it turned out to just be this fucking annoying, irritating mob that has the way their iterations on the Phantom led them down a path that I highly disagree with as a mob. Some of the other options in that mob vote was super cool, but who knows what they would have turned into by the time. Nom. No, nom. Rory 2023. But yeah, and then the next mob vote was between the Moobloom, the Isolager, and the Glow Squid. And the Glow Squid, admittedly, was depicted as being like hypnotic. And I remember when the mob vote came out, because I didn't see the first mob vote, but when the mob vote for the Glow Squid came out, I was well and truly aware of what was going on. And while I don't think I voted for the Glow Squid. I'm pretty sure I voted for the Isolager. Should have been called the Chillager. Chillager is a much better name. But yeah, I thought the Chillager was really cool. Isolager looked really cool. I believe I voted for that. But I will say the Glow Squid, while just being a recolor, and it was pretty clear it was going to be a recolor of squids. The way that they were advertised was that they were going to be like hypnotic. Yeah, sign glow, very good. That's just it. And I know for a fact they had no plan for the Glow Squid. All they had was that it was going to be a glowing squid, and the sign, the like ink sac, the glow ink sac, was totally an afterthought. I guarantee. I know it for a fact. There's no way that that's what they were planning when they advertised it. To me, it came across like they had a mob in mind for that mob vote. They had a mob in mind that would win for that mob vote, and the whole dream railroading the vote thing really threw them, and they had to like scramble to make the Glow Squid something that people actually would care about. And while the glowing sac, I like the glowing sac a lot. I like the way it works. I like signs with glow ink on them. Other than that, the glow squid can just like fuck off. The glow squid was a terrible choice in my opinion. The Isolager was much more interesting. But anyway, the following mob vote was between the LA the Copper Golem, and the Rascal. And I'm hearing an alarm going off. While I liked the LA a lot, immediately when I saw that mob vote, I was like, well, the LA is gonna win because the LA was the most. It seemed like the most versatile, the most interesting. Although I liked all the options in that mob vote, I was pretty sure that the LA was gonna win. And of course, the latest one was between the Sniffer, the Tough Golem, and what was the other one? Shit, what was the third option in the 2022 mob vote? What the hell was it? I can't remember. There's a Sniffer. Yeah, the Sniffer. It was the Sniffer one. But what was the other options? Wiki. Mob vote 2022. Oh, did I mix it up? The Rascal was 2022. My bad. Right, yes. Glare, LA, and Copper Golem were. I think I mixed it up when I was saying it before. Yeah, so the Glare, LA, and Copper Golem were the 2021 ones. And as soon as I saw the LA, I was like, oh yeah, that's that one. And then the Sniffer, Rascal, and Tough Golem were in 2022. And again, when I saw the combination, the Rascal seemed like the most interesting gameplay wise, but the promise, once again, the promise of the Sniffer sounded like yeah, it's fair. I am ranting a lot. The the promise of the Sniffer was that it was firstly it was going to be hard to find ancient mob that hasn't existed on the surface forever. So in order to get it, you had to find an egg. Super cool. Egg hunt. Straight off the bat, an egg hunt. No, you're right. It's been 45 minutes, so I'm gonna have to rest my voice soon. Um, uh, it was gonna be an egg hunt to get the mob in the first place, and then beyond that, it was going to sniff up seeds. It sounded most people interpreted that as multiple different seeds. Yeah. I'll probably go a little bit over if I have to. But yeah, I just wanted it to be about an hour so my voice I didn't blow out my voice. So yeah, they said it would sniff up seeds for an ancient plant that they didn't know what they were going to do with it yet. And that was going to be useful for something. Or useful, it was going to be decorative. It was going to do something. The ancient seeds, they didn't know what they wanted from it. It was going to do something. Buried people in my backyard. Oh, Sniffer and a corpse. Oh my god, imagine if the Sniffers sometimes dug up skeletons and the skeletons were hostile. But then what it turned out was that people interpreted it, or they thought it sounded like the Sniffer was going to sniff up multiple kinds of seed. I even thought this when I voted for the Sniffer, I interpreted it as the Sniffer there was going to be a whole subset of ancient plants that we're going to get, and I was like, who knows what plants they could add with that, and what interesting and strange results you could get from it. Thank you for the hearts. But then it turned out that what they originally meant by that, is that the Sniffer would sniff up one kind of seed, but multiple of those individual seeds. And so originally, essentially, we were only going to get the torch flower. The torch flower was, if it hadn't been for community's response, we would have just got the torch flower and no other ancient seeds. And it would have been completely cosmetic, you know. We ended up getting the pitcher plant because people were so adamant that it was going to be multiple kinds of seeds that Mojang were just like, oh shit, we're going to have to do something with that. And it was clear from the Roger Badgerman leaks that they had also intended, there was a possibility for a third one, which was the like vines along the side of the wall that were like glowy blue vines, which looks really cool, and I wish they added them. But I know that they work very hard over there in Mojang to make things very polished, even though they come out bugged and broken half the time. But yeah, so where was I going with all this? Oh, all those options. All the first mob vote ones, the like barnacle and the I don't even remember what they're called, the like bitey guy that would bite your weapons and remove the enchantments from them. It would eat enchantments essentially. The like super blaze and the moo bloom and the that was the one that was the isolager, the the glare and the copper golem, the rascal and the tough golem. All those mobs are just gone now. Mojang will just never add them in the future. Seemingly, at least. That was the original promise, is that whatever you vote for, it gets added. Anything else, never see it again. And I think that is where the core of people's problem with the mob vote actually comes from. People get mad when their vote doesn't work. People get mad when the mob they want doesn't get added in. I think the root of the problem is that I thought Mark was supposed to go to work. 1 second. Hold up. I'm just gonna yell at Mark for a second. I'm just gonna see if he was supposed to be at work. Okay, sorry about that. Yes. So a lot of people liked a lot of the other mobs that didn't make it in the final vote. If instead of saying that they'll never add them again, if they just to juxtapose this, to interrupt myself and to just juxtapose this, I've never seen anyone be mad about the biome votes between 2017 and 2019. So, sorry, no, 2017 and 2020, 2018 and 2019. There was no mob vote. There were biome votes instead. And the biome votes, no one seems to have a problem with the biome votes. Everyone seems to have mostly fond memories of the biome votes. They're like, you know, we voted for a biome, we got a biome following up. We voted for another biome, we got more biomes following up from that. And I believe the reason that people don't hate the biome votes, but they hate the mob votes, is that Mojang specifically said that any biomes that lose in the biome vote will come back to them in the future and work on them later. The bitey guy that would bite your weapons and eat your enchantments, basically. I love him a lot. I wish that that's what we got. That's my favorite of the original mobs in the 2017 mob vote. the sand, the little sand guy that like comes out like nom 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 and eats your weapon. Well, he doesn't eat. You have to drop it. I think you have to throw your weapon at it, and it will be like nom 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 nom, and then spit out the unenchanted weapon. I think it's really neat. I think it's super cool. It's such a neat idea. Oh, I love it. But oh, it will never be. Oh, that's Mark, my partner. Um, he's supposed to be at work. He's supposed to be going to work at least, I think. Um, yeah. But yeah, the no one seems to hate the biome vote. People seemingly mostly just have positive opinions about the biome vote. I think if Minecraft just, instead of saying that whatever mob wins the mob vote wins and all the rest lose. I can't believe you forgot you were gay. I thought it was like a roommate. I mean, it wouldn't be that like far fetched to think that it was just like a roommate of mine. And I was just looking out for a buddy. But yeah, no, I am indeed gay. um but yeah, I genuinely think if Mojang basically went and said, look, vote for the mob you want now, mobs that don't win the mob vote will be considered for later addition in future updates. If they said that, I think like 70-80% of the anger around mob votes would dissipate immediately. Because suddenly the stakes are way lower. Because, like, sure, we vote for the armadillo, because I think the armadillo is probably going to win. But vote for the armadillo, we get our dog armor, we're happy. And then, like, an update in the future comes out that adds a bunch of new, like, aquatic mobs, and we get the penguins that we wanted years ago. The penguin that we never got years ago. Suddenly we got the penguins back. And then some other update comes out and the crab gets added to Minecraft. And everyone's happy. Suddenly everyone's happy. Everyone got what they wanted. But making it so that like that's why I that's my problem. At least that's the problem. My biggest problem with the mob vote is that, like, let's say IMO the mob vote is rigged. You're not wrong. There's usually a strongest option. There's usually like the mob that Mojang thinks will win. I'm pretty confident about that. I was pretty sure it was the LA last time. And the sniffer one was a little bit more, I don't know. But it definitely had the most intrigue. And it was, archaeology related. So it's quite likely that Mojang had intended the sniffer to win. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, in my opinion, this mob vote is the most, like, balanced. This mob vote, all the mobs are cool. I like all of them. They all add something cool. The functionality of all these mobs are all almost on the same level. I would just say the one thing that breaks it is the fact that they added dog armor for the armadillo. If they didn't add dog armor for the armadillo, I think it would be much, much more neck and neck. The dog armor really sways people, because people for years and years and years have been wanting dog armor. Even if it's shit, people just want dog armor. So yeah, I genuinely think if they just change the rules of the mob vote so that theoretically, potentially, mobs that lose the mob vote could still be added in future updates, I think that would quell almost all of the anger that the mob vote has. And that, yeah, personally, I love the penguin, but I just know it's not going to win because it's the least, seemingly everyone's least favorite is the penguin, but I love the penguin. I was planning to vote for the penguin until I saw that no one's voting for the penguin. And now I'm torn because I think for me, unfortunately for me, my favorites go. I like penguin the most. I like crab close second, and armadillo is my least favorite of the three. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I like the crab. I like all of them. Don't get me wrong. I still like the armadillo. I like all three, but I'm pretty certain the armadillo is gonna win. And uh, again, I'm one of those people who's like, I want all of these to be in Minecraft. I don't care if they're not added immediately. Like that's the thing is some people are like, why don't they just add all three? And I can understand that it's like, well, Mojang only has a certain amount of time to dedicate to a specific like the mob vote mob. They only have a certain specific amount of time for the mob vote mob. I'm not a dog person, and I don't like having pets in Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think I genuinely don't think the dog armor will change people's attitude towards dogs. It's not going to solve the problem that they think it is. Um, yeah. The people think that the armadillo is going to solve the dog problem, but I just don't think it is. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, why not cat armor? Exactly. I agree. Why not cat armor? Where's my cat armor? Not a dog person. I'm both a dog and a cat person. I love both. I see cute dogs. I see cute cats. I squee and and I awe and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah. Um, again, I love all three of these. I love the crab and his little wave. I love the fact that yeah, after having just finished a big build, the crab claw would have been a huge boon to my building. I love the crab claws build reach distance thing. We don't know how far it's going to add, but I love the idea of being able to build at a greater distance. Yeah. The armadillo, I love, yeah, dog armor, huge boon. I think that armadillo is cute. I like that he curls up in a ball. That's adorable. And yeah, we need more mobs for the savannah. We're pretty desperately in need of a savannah update, honestly. Like that savannah update that they talked about, where it's or is it yeah savannah, was it the savannah update, yeah, where it was gonna be like meerkats, ostriches, termite hills, that kind of stuff, and an armadillo. Armadillo would work well with that update. Honestly, I think the armadillo should be part of the fucking part of the damn Savannah update, and we should get crabs and penguins in other updates. I think all three of these should be added, but they can take their time. They don't have to add it all at once. That's the big thing with adding all three, is that lots of people cry out like, why can't they add all three? Which is like I'm in that category of sort of. Um, but the response from Mojang is always like, well, we just don't have time. They only have a certain amount of dedicated time to work on the mob vote mob. And I'm like, yep, understandable. Yep, understandable, have a nice day. Why not in the future? Why not add the penguin or the crab in the future? Why not add the rascal as part of the caves and cliffs update? Why not add the the sniffer was basically part of the archaeology update, which came in 120. Why not add the tough golem and the copper golem in a golem update? Why don't they do a golem update where they add a bunch of new golems and a bunch of new features like that? If they have like a redstone update where they add a bunch of new redstone stuff, add the copper golem as part of that update, because the copper golem does redstone stuff. Why not find mobs that are from the mob vote that would fit nicely into an update they're already working on? That's my problem. That's what I think. I genuinely sorry to be a broken record. I genuinely think that all the hatred that the mob vote gets would be almost all quelled if they just said that the mobs that don't win may get added in the future. Because, yeah. Again, I want all 3 of these mobs. And, sorry if I sometimes send his pic or something in the server. That's good, I'll send it. Oh, okay. No, it's all good, it's all good. They really should do the same as they did with the biomes. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier in the stream. For anyone who wasn't here earlier, I was basically saying, like, if you look at it, the biome updates have none of the vitriol that the mob vote has. The mob vote has so much, like there's such a like an underswell of hatred for the mob vote, but you don't see any of that for the biome votes, because the biome votes, Mojang specifically said, any biome that is not voted for, we'll work on it in the background. We'll work on it in the future. You get to vote on the biome they work on first. And I think the mob vote should work the same. The mob that you vote for is the one that they add to the immediate next update. But all the rest of the mobs get added to a pool of mobs that may come in the future if they're working on other updates. If they're working on things that would work, that the mob would work for. Like the example, the classic example of that is that the I forget which one it is. One of the biomes, was it the Savannah biome? Let's have a look. Biome vote. MC. Yeah, the biome vote was the mountains. So biome vote for 2019 was the mountains. The mountains, we got an update. Won the update. However, the swamp biome was one of the losers of that vote. But all the swamp biome things have been added since then. We've got boats with chests, we've got frogs and mangroves. They're all been added in since, as part of the wild update. So, the fact that one of the losing biomes has already been worked on, and that, yeah, we got frogs. They worked and iterated on frogs to get the swamp biome update added. Then why not the Savannah update with the armadillo, if the armadillo doesn't win? Why not to be fair, the crab's being added to the mangrove, so that's a little bit but the crabs don't have to be mangrove crabs. They don't look like mangrove crabs, to be fair. They could instead be just crabs that are, if they added like a beach update or another ocean update, crabs could get added in. If you say draw dabba backwards, you get a bad word. Yeah, I see it. I see what you did there. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, the whole point, and what was the one from 2018? It was the taiga biome. Yeah, which got sweet berries, campfires, foxes. Yeah, yeah. And then that's right. And that one, that's when they had the savannah. Savannah was there, desert was there. Was it just those 3? Yeah, taiga, savannah, and desert in the 2018 one. 2019 was mountain, swamp, or badlands. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's my opinion. That's my thoughts on it. I'm probably going to be voting for the penguin, even though I know it's going to lose. I love the penguin. I just, in terms of just straight up the animal they're adding, penguin, I love penguins. Penguin's my favorite. I love crabs as well, but crabs are a little bit behind penguins for me. In terms of their features, probably the one that everyone wants is the dog armor. I'm not that interested in the dog armor. I like the build placement thing, but I also like I think the build placement one is the best of the features. I also like the boating speed thing. Yeah, I've gone a little bit over. It's fine. Yeah, I love the boat speed movement thing as well. because I could see some interesting functionality coming from that. Not just in terms of just straight up moving in the water, but in terms of like farms or other like transport systems. There could be some cool stuff there with that. But however, I'm pretty sure the armadillo is gonna win. But I want all three. I want all three of them in. So, Mojang, please hear our call. Just don't throw good ideas in the trash. Imagine being able to paint or dye the wolf armor. That's just it. That's the thing, is that like most mods that add dog armor add either one kind of dog armor that can be colored a bunch of colors, or they add like iron, gold, diamond, netherite dog armor, and that's the coloration. That's the difference. Is like difference in quality of armor. I don't think either of those things are going to happen. I have a feeling that there's going to be one armor type, and maybe it gets colored in the same way that the collar gets colored. But I think it's going to be one kind of dog armor, and it may look like an armadillo back. It may make your dog look like an armadillo, but like dog sized. Armadillo skin, yeah. Basically, you're painting on the armadillo skin. I get it. That would be cool. But I think the most likely outcome is that it's going to be one kind of armor. It's going to look like an armadillo. It's gonna be brown and look kind of leathery, kind of armadillo-y. And it's probably also not going to be very strong. It's going to be a small incremental improvement on the dog's overall survivability, which will lead to me personally still just keeping my dog in my base out of fear that it will die in combat. Yeah. I think people have overhyped the armadillo because of the dog armor. Again, crab, love crabs. Think the crab's adorable. I love the way it waves in the video. And I love the idea of the block placement distance thing. We don't know how much it's going to add. I don't know if it's going to be a single block extra distance, or if it's going to be like up to maybe 3 blocks distance. Any more than that, and I would just say no, there's just no way. Even 3 blocks distance is massive. So I doubt it. It's going to be 1 or 2, probably. If it's 2, that's amazing. If it's 1, it's good, but could be better. The penguin, it could be that you have to be in the water with the penguin in order for the penguin's thing to work, for its speed boost to work. It could be that you have to have the penguin in the boat with you, which again I think is adorable, but it will mean that you can no longer carry anything else in the boat with you. I doubt that somehow that would be the implementation. Or it could just be that it's near you when you're in a boat. And if it's that implementation, that is definitely the best implementation of the 3. That's the most powerful implementation of the 3. But I somehow doubt it. I'm pretty sure the boat's going to have to be in the water for it to work. So it's probably not going to be... It's not going to be, like, groundbreaking speed differences on Armadillo's Cray. I think armadillos come in a few different colors, but there are definitely brown armadillos like that. Next mob vote, Virginia, Amzir, Kalman. Oh my god, they just add like horror mobs to the mob vote. Just like the most unsettling, like Sons of the Forest, or the forest monsters. No, I want the worm. The worm. The like rare end game one. Terrifying. But yeah. So that's my 2 cents. I was originally gonna make this a short, but I was just like, there's just no way I can get as much nuance into that as I wanted. Not a single one of those is in Sons of the Forest? Oh. I didn't know that. I thought the Virginia was. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. There's definitely the Virginia. Yeah, yeah. Because I've seen the trailer. I saw the trailers and stuff. There's the friendly Virginia. But yeah, I know the bad guys looked quite different. Yeah. Um. I think armadillo is coming in a few different colors. There's a few different kinds of armadillo, but there's definitely like quite a brown armadillo. Armadillo. Um. Yeah. Again, I think you guys should all, everyone who's here, everyone who's watching live or after the fact. Finger is scary AF. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I've been meaning to. I really wanted to play it, but I've been so sick recently. I basically haven't streamed in like a month. I've streamed once or twice in that small window that I was okay. But yeah, I want all three the mobs to get in, but I'm probably gonna vote for the penguin, even though I know it's gonna lose. It's gonna be one of these two, most likely the armadillo. Again, I just hope my Mojang can hear our call, and understand that if they just saved the losers from the trash bin, we'll all be a lot happier, and they'll get it'll completely change the perspective people have on the mob vote. Because I feel like they've been trying to change the mob vote every single year to make it more appealing to everyone, and they keep missing the point. They keep missing the fact that when people say they want all three, that doesn't mean that you have to work on all of them all at once. Just add them to a pool of mobs that you add in the future, and we'll all be a lot happier. Or twins. They like to climb on the ceiling and jump down. Oh god. Ooh. The forest was scary enough. Sons of the Forest sounds like it's gonna be like almost too much for me. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna play it in the future. But when, I don't know exactly know. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, Rollick. You've been very much accompanying me throughout this entire stream. Yeah, go vote for whatever you think is your favorite. Don't let anyone sway you. Just because I'm voting for the penguin doesn't mean you should vote for the penguin. Vote for the one you really want to get in Minecraft. They even say, like, in one of the things where they said to vote for it, they said be careful what you vote for. So yeah, take your time, decide what you want to vote for. Don't let a YouTuber sway your opinion. Till you get the battery, you have a lighter that illuminates everything in purple. Oh. So it makes it a bit scarier. Oh, God. Ooh. I remember running around in the caves in the forest with the freaking flick lighter. It's the worst. Such terrible light. But yeah. The voting starts in 2 days and 20 hours. So it's going to be, I think I calculated it's going to be 6 a.m. It's going to be 6 a.m. on Saturday for me that the mob vote opens up. You got 48 hours as of the start of the mob vote to vote on it before Minecraft Live goes live. And then they announce the winner. So yeah. Oh, yeah, one thing I wanted to mention before and I forgot. I was going to mention this in the middle, but I completely forgot. I saw some people saying that you should vote, that people should, firstly there was a boycott the vote, but there's also plenty of people who are like, let's vote. Well, there's a lot of people who are like, let's vote so that all three have 33%, so that's a perfectly even split. Firstly, the mob votes are anonymous these days. Nowadays, because of the way that they do the voting, the voting is anonymous, so you don't know who's winning until the winner is announced. So it's almost impossible to vote to get it even. Secondly, if it did somehow get 33%, all three of them, Mojang would just be like, oh, we'll just choose one of them. Mojang will just choose one and say it won. They're not gonna. You making all three perfectly even isn't gonna change the outcome of the vote. Also recommend to do background checks on caves before going in because you might need equipment. Right? Yes. Yes. I've. That was the case in the forest as well. At first, we would just dive into caves willy-nilly and try and finish them. But there were plenty of caves we couldn't finish because of that. And I ended up looking them up in the forest as well. Like looking up what caves needed what. So that I wasn't like fumbling constantly trying to figure out where to go and what to do. But yeah. Anyway, yep. Voting starts for me, it's like 6 a.m. on Saturday. For most of you guys, it's probably like either midnight Friday, Saturday, or like Friday night sometime. So the forest gives you a literal minimal that shows a literal mini map that shows some caves. So that yes, yep. I will say, the forest had mini map. Had a map. Sorry, not a mini map. The forest did have that map that showed cave entrances, but they were super difficult to follow. I remember I struggled really hard with the forest map. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. May the best mob win. And I will see you soon for another stream. I'm going to try and get back into streaming again. Because I feel like I haven't been productive when I'm not streaming. But I don't want to blow out my voice, so I'm not going to stream tomorrow probably. But I will stream in the near future. Yeah. I see. Yeah, you got a mini-map right off this bat. That's cool. Good rest of the day. / night, peoples. Yeah. Thank you, Tiana. Hope everyone has a wonderful day or night. Whatever time it happens to be. Yeah. Have everyone have a good sleep. Have a good night. And yeah, may the best mob win. I might stream during the mob vote time just to cast my vote. But we'll see. We'll see. See you guys. Bye. Have a good night. Or day. Bye.